Hi, Nicole. Good evening.
Hi, Miss.
How are you?
Fine.
That's great. So, okay. So we're going to start with today's classes. So please give me a second. Okay, could you please help me to remember until what part we stop?
We were reviewing about adjective clauses.
Okay, that's great. So, all right. So let's start. So I'm going to share my screen with you and adjective, subject, adjective clauses, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, all right. So today's lesson is about future conditional, right? 1, 2, 3. Oh, give me a second. 2, 4. Okay. Okay, so today's lesson is going to be about the future conditional, right? This is the second conditional we have. As you know, we have 4 conditionals. It depends, right? Someone. Okay. No, give me a second. All right. So, as you know, right? As I told you before, we have 4 conditionals, right? It depends on the name of each conditional, right? There are people who call or who start from 0, first, second, and third conditional, and others who start with first, second, third, and fourth conditional, right? Take care of the pronunciation. Take care on the pronunciation. So this is going to be the second conditional if we're going to start from the first one, right? So this future conditional is going to show us, it could be a real situation, right? Because we have the other 2 conditionals, right? That could be recognized as a real conditional, right? We have a real conditional as an hypothesis, right? So let's start. We're gonna listen the first audio.
Hello, how are you? Today, we're going to study the future conditional. First, I'll explain how we use it. Then, if you have time, you'll practice using it, okay? If you're ready, we'll begin.
Okay, so we have, if you have time, you practice using it. If you're ready, we'll begin. So, as I told you, we have the 0 conditional, and it is something that all of them have in common is that all of them contain a condition. It is called the if clause, and it also has a result, right? So the fact of the 0 conditional is things that are true. If it rains, you're going to, or you will be wet, right? If you stand in the rain, you get wet. If you eat ice, it melts, right? Those are facts, right? In both in the conditional result, we use the present simple. How about this conditional? I'm talking about the future conditional. The use of this conditional, it's very easy, right? We're gonna use for a possible situation in the future, or predicting a likely result in the future, right? So if the condition happens, you're going to have a result, right? It's like, could be a real conditional, right? A possible situation. It's different from the 0 conditional. You have to take care in that. In the 0 conditional, we're gonna find scientific facts, right? And in the first conditional, it's a possible situation, right? It's a possible, if something is going to happen, in this case, the condition, you're going to have a result. So let's listen the first audio.
We use the future conditional to talk about results that will happen under certain conditions. The if clause, the clause beginning with if, states the condition. The results clause, the clause that does not begin with if, states the result. If Nick asks Talia out, she'll say yes.
Okay, let's continue. As I told you before, this is for a possible situation in the future, right? And the condition, well, we are predicting something that could happen, right? So in this case, something that all of the conditionals have in common is the structure. All of them contain the if clause or the condition and contain a result. So in this case, we have if Nick asks Talia out, she'll say yes, right? So as you can see, we have this first clause. Sorry. So if we're gonna find this structure, we have the if clause, and then we have the result clause that contain a different two different instructions, right? In the first one, I'm using the simple present, and then we're using the future. So that will be everything about point number one. Nicole, do you have any question maybe? Or it's clear?
Yes, Miss, I have a. So the future conditional is the first one or the zero?
It depends, right? We're going to suppose that we have the zero, the first, the second, the third. So you have 4 conditionals. And there are teachers though, who start with first, second, third, and fourth. And if we're going to start with this from the zero, that could be the first one. If we're going to start with the first conditional, could be the second one, and the one and the second. But it's up to you, right?
Okay, Miss.
All right. Any question maybe?
No, Miss. Everything is okay.
All right. Thank you. Now we're gonna talk about the structure. It's very, very simple.
The verb in the if clause is in the present, even though we're talking about the future. The verb in the result clause is in the future with will or be going to. If we leave now, we'll catch Tony. If we don't leave now, we're going to miss Tony.
Okay, this is very simple as I told you. I'm going to write another example. If it rains. Okay, so this first, the first part, the first clause, it is called the if clause or the condition, right? So if something is going to happen, if it rains, in this case, you're going to have a result. What is going to happen? We will cancel the trip. Okay, so when we're going to talk about this conditional, right? I'm trying to say that it's a possible situation. So if it's going to happen, if it rains, if the condition is going to be true, you're going to have a result of your condition. Now, it's different from the zero conditional because it's a scientific fact, right? Facts which are generally true, right? Or the condition has always the same result, right? It's obviously, right? In this other hand, the first conditional, it's a possible situation in the future. I'm not sure if it rains, if it will rain in this case, right? I'm not sure. Maybe yes or maybe no. I don't really know, right? But this is your condition. The if clause, in the if clause, we're gonna use the present simple, right? If we leave, if we don't, we can also use the negative. The negative for the present simple is we use the auxiliary do or does, plus the base form of the verb, right? So these two auxiliaries are to form the negative, to apply in the negative clause, right? If the situation requires. Now, the second part, it is called the result clause, right? Condition and result, or if clause and result. This second conditional, this second clause, we're going to use two structures, and it's up to us. We can use with will, or we can use with be going to. It's up to you. There is no any rule about it. Okay. So as I told you, you can also use the negative of will, right? Want, right? For example, what can we say? Okay, if you study, notice that I'm using the present simple, right? If you study, if you don't study, what will happen? You won't pass the exam, right? Something that you also have in common is the subject, right? Oh, I forgot to write letter E. Okay, if you, right? Notice that we have the subject in both clauses, right? And then we have the time tense of each clause. In this case, the present simple, and in this other case, the future. You can use the negative, won't, will not, be going to, or you can also use the negative one. We are not, or not going to miss some, for example, right? You are not going to pass the exam. But it's a little bit more large, right? So that will be everything about point number 2. Nicole, do you have any question maybe?
In the case about using be going to, in the example that you wrote, would be are not going to pass the exam, right?
Yes. If you, what was example? If you don't well, if you study, well, no. If you study, if you don't study, you won't pass the exam. That will be the case, right? You can also use both in both clauses and negative. If you don't study, you won't pass the exam. That's the exam, it's okay, right? So, or you are not going to, we're gonna decide, we're gonna opt for using the
Miss, I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm having problems with my internet because I cannot hear you.
Can you listen to me? Okay. Give me a second. I'm gonna try to bring the microphone. Okay. Now can you listen to me? Nicole, are you there? Uh-oh.
Miss, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How about you?
Okay. Okay, I was having problems with my internet.
Oh no, you had problems with your internet. Now, how about now? Is it okay?
Yes, I think so because I can hear you.
Yes,
I
it's fine.
I lost the connection and I was out of the class.
Oh,
for
no.
about 2 minutes.
Oh, no.
The
That's a
screen was
problem.
dark. Yeah.
No. Okay. Until what part you could listen to me?
Until you start explaining about the be going to use.
Oh, yes. Okay, the negative, right? Yes, you asked me something
Yes.
about it, right? How about the negative? You can also do it. As you can see, we're using the negative with the if plus. As you're using the negative, you can also use the negative in the result clause. Can you please give me a second? Someone is knocking my door, so I'm gonna see who is, right? Give me a second, please.
Okay.
All right, I'm back. All right, so as I was telling you, you can also use a negative in the first one. So if something is not going to happen though, the result is not going to be true. It's not going to be possible, right? If you don't study, you are not going to pass the exam. So you can actually use in both classes the negative option. So I don't know if you have any question about point number 2.
No. I think that's all.
All right. So we're going to continue with the third point, and it's about the result clause. We can also use models such as might and can for future results that we could have if something happened. If you're going to have a condition, possibly it's going to happen. So let's listen.
You can also use a modal, such as might and can, in the result clause. If we leave now, we might see Amy. If we see Amy, we can tell her what happened.
Okay. As you can see, something that you have to know is the use of the models, right? Especially the use of may and might, right? So in both cases, it's going to be part of the situation for sure. There's no problem with it. But you have to take care at the moment if you're gonna decide to use a model. My students always use the will or be going to, even though we can, right? It's okay. How you feel at the moment of talking, it's great, right? It depends on the situation. So if we leave now, we might see Amy. When we are going to use might, it's not that sure as can, you know? So if I'm going to use can, is almost 100% sure that something is going to happen, right? That's the difference, right? If we leave
Miss,
now,
I got lost again.
I'm sorry,
Miss,
can you listen to me?
Miss,
Yes, I'm talking.
Miss, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How about you? Can you listen to me? Nicole, can you listen to me now?
Yes, Miss, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay, that's great. So I was changing the microphone. Now I hope it works. I don't know if it was the microphone or what. I guess it was your connection.
Maybe.
So
I think
yes, if you have any problem like that again, just let me know, right?
so. Okay.
We're gonna try to solve it. So, okay, so it's up in point number 3, right? As I was telling you, you have the option to use might and can. To use these models, you have to use the use of each one, right? We know that might is not as certainly as can, right? It's a possible, but the most possible in between might and can is can, right? So that could be the difference in order to get a little bit more a review of it, right? But don't worry, we're gonna look about the models. I guess we have this lesson forward. I hope so. So yes, if we leave now, we might see Amy. It's a possible situation. I mean, if we see Amy, we can tell her what happened. So this is another possible situation that could happen in the future, right? So can is more certainly than might. That's all, right? There is no doubt in it. All right. Do you have maybe a question about point number 3?
No, Miss.
That's great. Let's continue and let's finish with point number 4.
The if clause can come at the beginning or the end of the sentence. The meaning is the same. When the if clause comes first, we put a comma after it. When the main clause comes first, we don't use a comma between the two clauses. If we go now, Tony will still be at the office. Or, Tony will still be at the office if we go now.
Okay, so let's continue with this 3rd point. We're gonna find this point in all the conditionals, right? And 0, 1st, 2nd, 3rd conditional, because it's something in general about the conditionals. And it is about, well, it only is gonna apply in writing. The use of comma. Punctuation only applies in grammar, in writing, specifically talking. So we have the if clause, and then we have the result clause. Result clause, if clause. When we're going to write, we're gonna make a say or something like that. We're going to use a comma if we're going to start with the if clause, right? When it comes first, we put a comma after it. When the main clause, right, or the result clause comes first, we don't use a comma between the two clauses because it's unnecessary. If works as a connector, so it could be redundant in some way. If we go now, Tony will be at the office. Tony will be at the office if we leave now. If we go now, sorry. And in spoken English, you can also use start with the if clause or with the main clause, right? It's the same. So the only thing that you have to take care is in writing. Okay, so yes, that will be everything about point number 4, right? Do you have any question, maybe?
No, Miss.
All right, that's great. So, okay, we're gonna practice for a second. Okay. So, all right, I'm going to share my screen with you. And once you can see it, let me know. All right, can you see my screen?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, so can you please read the instruction?
Match the first part of the sentence with the second part.
Okay.
Okay. Mm, if Talia does a good job, mm, she will she will become a reporter. Dean may go to jail. Mm, can I skip this one? I'm not sure.
For sure.
Talia is going to play the tape for Amy. Um, I don't know this one.
Talia is going to play the tape for Amy. So this is the result clause, right? Because we have be going to. So you have three options. If people, right? Because the next part needs to be with a plus, right? So if people learn the third, I don't think so. If she's in the office or if he has the chance. So in this case, we're going to omit the last one, I guess, because it's talking about about a boy. In this case, we have he, right? We don't have any girl. So Talia is going to play the tape for Amy. So what do you think? Try one more time, please.
Could be if she is in the office.
Yes, could be. If Talia and Nick finish dinner, so you have the result clause as an option. So we have the result in this one. In this one, and you only have two options. Yes, yes. Oh. Nicole, can you listen to me?
Miss, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you listen to me?
Please. No, I can't.
Can you listen to me? Nicole, are you there?
Miss, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, I can.
Okay.
How about you?
Me too.
Can you listen to me?
Yes.
All right, now it's great. So let's continue, please, with the fourth one.
Okay. If Talia and Nick finish dinner, if Talia and Nick finish dinner, they might not catch Tony at the office. Nick will ask Talia out if he has a chance. If Nick asks Talia out, she won't say no.
Oh, I was talking and then I forgot that I was muted. So as the last option, we have the if people learn the truth. So do you want to modify something?
Let me think, please. They may go to jail if people. I think that that's all.
Okay, so let's submit. And it was great. Everything was great, right? That was the correct option. Talking about that one, you have a question, you have a dub on it. So do you have any question maybe?
No, but I got a little bit confused about they may go to jail if people learn the truth.
This is about the video, right? As you know, we have a for the homework though. You're gonna find this video is a series, right? About it. That's the reason of why we always have the same names, right? Talia,
Okay.
so it's part of the series. You have to watch it, and it's about you're gonna find this in the homework, right? So that's the reason of maybe you don't catch the video at all.
Okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
All right. So do you have maybe another question?
No, it's everything okay. I learned.
Okay, that's great. So we're gonna finish with the second activity we have. And again, I'm going to share my screen again. And
Yeah.
once you can you see it?
Now I do.
Okay. So can you please read the instruction?
Grammar feature conditional to read each sentence. Type the correct form, simple, present, or future of the verbs in parentheses into the blanks. Use contractions when possible. Okay. Talia is getting late. You know that if we have dessert, Tony let me see, please. Okay, if we have dessert, Tony won't be in the office when we get there. I want him to hear this recording.
Let's continue with the next point. Don't worry.
Don't worry if you play it for him. It will be fine. If your coach hears this recording, I'm sure he would let you play in the next game. I hope so. He would be.
He'd better.
He'd better let you play. Your team will not win if
Sorry?
you don't play. Will, would,
Want?
one.
Well, you can actually use will not, right?
Okay.
Want to win or your team, yes, will not or want. Both are okay.
If you don't play.
If you don't play. Great.
You know, Talia, if you
In
phone
this
the
case, yes, in this case, phone is it is working as a verb, so don't get scared about it, right? It's a noun,
Okay.
but in some cases, in informal conversation, it works as a verb, though, right? If you phone, it means like if you call. So
if
if
you
you
phone the
phone the
office, you will feel more relaxed.
okay, you will feel more relaxed. Okay. So let's continue with, okay, great idea, and let's finish. So let's submit, and let's see how it's working. Okay, you got 10 out of 10, right? It was great. So do you have any question, maybe?
Yes, I forgot taking a picture about when the last part that you explained me about the verbs that I can use it. It was will and might, or I am wrong.
Yes.
Will and might, right?
Yes. No, it was not will. It was can and might.
Ah, okay.
Right? It is different. So you have the option to use, let's see, you can use have in this case, but you have the option to use won't be, will not, is going to, right? The same with the other option, but it's not too common, right? But it's okay if you decide to write it, it's great. But you have to know the difference between the models, right? That's something important. For example, might, it's not as certainly as can. Can is the most certainly, the most possible one. So it depends on the situation, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. So do you have maybe another question?
No, miss. It's okay.
Okay, okay, that's great. So, okay, we're gonna watch a video. Okay. Okay, so please give me a second. Okay. So, Nico, do me a favor. Can we, oh my goodness, my teacher called me, so I have to give, I have to give him the part of my thesis. So can we please stop, once we finish the video, can we please stop until that part? I don't know if you have
It's
any
okay.
problems.
Yeah, I don't have any problem. Yeah, just I want to ask you a favor. Okay.
Do you want to ask for a favor?
Yes, cause I asked you the last week to have more time to do the homework, but being sincerely, I didn't have time to do it because I have a tournament this weekend, and I totally forgot about doing the homework.
Oh, okay. So
But now
you want,
I want to have time now because I finished my sports season now because uh I have to rest. The doctor said I have to rest and not train for at least 1 month. So I'm going
mhm.
to have the entire time to study and try to do everything for
Oh, that's great.
finish the course.
Oh, that's great. So the only one that you're asking for is the due date to extend the due date, right?
Yes, because I was not having enough time to finish the homework, but now I'm like having free time to do it because I'm not going to train anymore. I have to wait 1 month because I hurt my knees, so I have to recuperate and not train at all.
Okay, yes, that will be right. Don't worry. So okay, I'm going to assign you the homework again.
Okay.
All right. So I don't have any idea of this, but give me a second. Where is it? Okay, so today is Monday, 19th Monday. So I'm going to give you until Thursday. Is it okay for you?
Yes, miss, because I was going to ask you too if that I can and all the homework that I have for this class or for all the, how can I say this? All the assignments that I have to do until this part.
Oh, yes. Do you want to do the homework of today? That's what you mean?
Yeah, all the homework because I want to finish
Oh,
it and have everything organized in my life, please.
oh, yes, that's great. Yes, I was forgetting. I had to assign you. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
yeah, I have
Yes, I
to do
forgot.
a lot for because I didn't have enough all the classes that I uh,
Well, until this part, it could be only 20 assignments could be, right? It includes the homework, it includes the activity we have in person. So in total could be at least of 20. But as I'm assigning you the other, oh, give me a sec. Okay, as I'm assigning you you asked to do the homework of the last week, so I'm gonna do it, right? It
please.
looks as if, okay, in this case, I'm going to give you, because it's a lot of, I'm gonna give you until Sunday, right?
Okay,
But
miss.
I guess Monday is a holiday, right?
Yeah, but with my family, we actually don't do anything because we have another perspective about Christmas.
Okay, okay, yes.
So it's going to
You're
be
going to
okay.
have until Sunday.
Okay, miss.
Okay, so that's all, right? So it's already done, Nicole. And yes, that's all, right? So if you have maybe
Okay,
another
miss.
request, just let me know, right?
Okay, I will tell you. So we're going to have classes tomorrow.
Oh yes, tomorrow can we have classes at morning? Because I have an appointment with the doctor at 3 p.m.
Let me
or
see.
maybe
I guess I
later.
don't have anything to do tomorrow. Because the only thing that I have to do is go to the doctor too, but I think that I have an appointment in the afternoon.
Okay, yes, yes, it's great, right?
Uh,
At
it's
10,
okay. I only
10
can
a.m.
have classes in mornings.
Okay.
At
Do you
what
have
time?
time at 10 a.m.?
10 a.m. It's perfect for me.
I'm sorry?
It's okay, miss.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you for understanding, right? So I'm gonna see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Have a